Alright, welcome back to another episode of Citizen Sleeper, and today we are going to continue our journey throughout the galaxy and heading down to a new area called Greenbelt. Hopefully there's fuel there. It will be really hard for me to wait for 7 fuel, so I'm really hoping there's some way we can get fuel. Otherwise this is gonna get really messy very quickly. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Hopefully we also find some supplies. I'm pretty sure we can get supplies there, but yeah, this is a risk. This is 100% a risk that I'm taking. Also, no introduction for this. Just straight up, here we are. So we need Greenbelt access. There's the depot here. Nice. Only 3 for fuel. We pay that easily. Supplies is also just 12. This is a cheap place to get this stuff. Okay, so now we know. Retrieve spores. Okay, that's fine. That's for that guy. Okay, well. How much is that? 2. Do I risk it? On a neutral one. I don't want to risk it though. I think we just leave it. I think it's fine. We have time, right? We have time on our side. Especially with the hunt going on here. I'd say just look for supplies, because fuel is really cheap. Yeah, I'm ending cycle here. If the hunt was like halfway or something, I would probably risk it, but on this, no need to risk it. Especially since I can do that. Please be okay. Please work. Neutral. Okay, then I'm gonna use a tour then. And if I get neutral, I get neutral. Nice, okay. Greenbelt buzzes with focus activity. The passages full at shift change, then empty once the work begins. It's a place that runs on its own schedule, but comfortably so. That comfort brought by being one of the largest food producers in the belt. There is always work in these fields, protected by a thick layer of transparent layers, and you can see why the humble life it offers has captured more than a few of the belt's itinerant workers. Sleeper. Ah. I vaguely remember. Wait, was she in the previous game? Because the way she talked about it and she looks familiar. Because I remember there was also a greenhouse in the previous game. And we met someone there. I just don't remember if it's the same person. It very well could be. Apologies, I mistook you for someone else. I'm Aki. What brings you to Greenbelt, friend? I'm looking for work. Let me show you around then. Is it the same? Aki? The way that this brings up is very intentional, like from the game, that I think it's the same person. Gliding down the passages that cut into rock, then up falling pipes into passages across the fields in themselves. Specially selected and customized for microgravity, we feed them from beneath, irrigating and nourishing them through the very medium they grow within. The light of Helion helps us with this, of course. Distant pale sun. Where does this food go? All across the belt. We exchange it for water, materials, everything else we need for our crops and our workers. The farm sustains us and we them. But how about you? Could you contribute to such a place? A green and growing strip in a grey belt? I would like to. Feel free to take shift below anytime you wish. I will tell the others to expect you. The plants, they have a kind of peace. An eternal quality that makes them seem less fragile than they are. This place, like any other in the belt, has its pressures. It is for me to navigate them. I must attend to those pressures. Excuse me, I'm glad our paths cross. I hope they do again. And bye-bye, Aki. So, okay, here's our energy source. 10 is also really cheap. I'm gonna just see how much. +4 as well. We can also take a shift here. It's Intuit, which is nice. And it's also cycled here. And plus energy as well. Okay. It will take time though. Time that I'm not sure we have. We have 2 cycles, but I can invest more. I can afford to not be worried about this. I'm just gonna alternate between fuel and supplies. Okay, I think we stay here until like cycle 5. By cycle 5, no matter what, we're leaving. We have to leave no matter what at cycle 5. Okay, we need we can't go through there yet. Okay. So yeah, by cycle 5, no matter what, we leave. But otherwise, we just chill here for a little bit. It's a nice place. I always liked the greenhouse in the previous game as well, or at least if I remember correctly. 6-6 is really, really good. Actually, what I can do is I can do this first. Because if I fail, that means I can use my 6 to guarantee energy up. I also want to try a 6 over on this side. Nice. I also want to try a 6 over on this side and see how much I get here. Is it also just 2? It's also just 2. Okay. So it doesn't matter which one I do. That's 1. Okay. 1 more 6. Okay, and next cycle we for sure get the get in. Next cycle we get in for sure. Switch to supplies, end the cycle. Good. Switch to fuel. I don't need to expend anything crazy here. Okay, we just use the 5 then. This guarantees. You have natural ability with the plants. It is rare. I have something I want to discuss with you. Okay, do you have a job for me? Is that what this is? I'm sure you noticed the section of fields have been lying fallow. It's been like this since I took over as administrator here. My predecessor was the one to fail it, and confidence was lost in his vision. But we've been unable to recover it. No matter the crop, the preparations, nothing will take. With its output, half Greenbelt is under threat. Those who wish to control this place are circling. We cannot lose our independence. But I wasn't always in the belt. I was born on the moon, Ember Step. A failed experiment in terraforming before the collapse. We survived by cultivating the dust. I came here like many in the shadow of the war, my ship lost. But it held the key. And perhaps it holds it still. Steppe silk, a plant that thrives in the dry and the dust. A plant that might thrive here. I've seen your ship, and you have shown me that you are to be trusted. I want you to go to the remains of my own, the wind's long shadow, and try to recover anything we might use. A plant, a husk, a seed, anything. It's a desperate step. Where's the ship? Beyond Helion Gate, I do not know what remains. My crew and I were lucky to escape. Greenbelt has reserves of cryo for moments like these. We'll pay you for the retrieval, of course, depending on what you're able to retrieve. This is our final recourse. I hope I will not be judged as harshly as my predecessor. Come, let's go back to where the green things grow. It is a better place to consider the future together. Okay. New drive available. This also is a perfect time to go then. Because I can't get free energy anymore, essentially. Quote-unquote free energy. There's also nothing for me to use my dice on anymore. we're done here. Alright, so let's look here. Beyond Helion's Gate. Go to Windsong Shadow. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's in Helion Gate. I need fuel though. I can't do that straight away, because it's gonna take too much fuel, even because this already takes 7. I cannot afford that much. Yeah, I just cannot afford that much. What do you call it? Yeah, we leave here. Yeah, because I can't go there straight away. I have to do this. Which takes up most of my fuel. And it takes 4 fuel to get back to the other place. Oh, hello. You have to see the sleeper? At first I didn't believe it. There are mentions occasionally, but I've always understood them to be reference to something smaller. A system or unit, not an entire facility, or even a series of facilities. Uh-huh. So I checked the other records, tried to find correlations, and well, there they were. You see Junie approaching what looked like a clump of scrap components when you entered. Now, looking closer, you see it's actually a section of the core you extracted from the Solheim derelict, the one Junie was so eager to acquire. I've had to deconstruct it over time, pulling away layers of security and corroded outer systems, but all the data has been scrapped and stored. I used the data from the derelict near Helion Gate too. That was the key to cracking the cipher. It's really quite something to confirm a rumor like this. I surprised myself. What did you find? They refer to them as bunkers. They're a form of self-surveillance for Solheim, a way of monitoring their own systems and employees securely. They were hidden, mostly automated, linked into the network by arrays, intended for vast amounts of data capture to be poured over by a small staff. Most were understood to have been purged in the collapse, shut down, depressurized, even sent on collision trajectories with other bodies. Though I suspect that last one is a little too far-fetched. I've heard people deny they even exist, that we are misreading the data, that the evidence doesn't hold. But I found one. Set of coordinates on the sunward side of Holmes Rock, the edge of the belt. And you want to go. Any one of these bunkers is a gold mine, at least from a data archaeologist perspective. And, in truth, we don't know what else could be there. Could be Solheim tech, blueprints, data never before seen in the belt. I guess we should take a look. I'll give Seraphin the details. We could be making history here. And thank you, Sleeper. I never would have found this without the core you gave me. I understand there was a sacrifice on your part. Now it's time to claim the rewards. Uh-huh. When there's time, you hope to find out what the reason is. I really do, yeah. It's 4. Okay, well, Endure is bad for me. Endure is really bad for me. Let me think, right? Here's my plan, right? Because my initial plan, or actually, no, because we need to do this on the way back anyways, right? How much does it cost to go from here to here? 6. And how much does it cost to go from here to here? 4. 10. Oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I can do it. Because my initial idea was go here, 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 and then I go up to Wellspring, back down to Holmes Rock, and then from Holmes Rock I can come down here, do the husk, and then fly down here. Because I'm gonna have to pass through Helion Gate to get back to Greenbelt anyways, no matter what. So I don't need to do this now. In fact, I should not do this now. It's a waste of fuel. I just have to go straight back there, right? I need to go through Helion Gate anyways in order to get back to Greenbelt. So I can save that for later. So for now, I just refuel. If I lose energy, it's okay because we're about to go to somewhere that we can refuel energy pretty easily. That's fine. And I just go straight. It only costs 2. 1 second. I have the supplies. Oh, let me think here. Because whenever we... whenever we leave and come back, we get refilled on energy. We always come back to a central location with full energy. Even if I leave at like 2 energy, I come back and I have full energy again. So it's okay if I lose energy on the way. I think I can do it. I think I can just do this now and get it out of the way. But is it worth it? Is it really worth it to do that right now? Or do I just travel straight? Because the other option is, now that I have fuel, I just travel straight to the other option is I just travel straight to Far Spindle, right? Because here's my thought, is that if I want to do this, if I want to do like the Holmes Rock into here, into down here, that's 13 fuel, right? That's 6 here and 7 here. Which means that if I add the +4 here, that's 17 fuel, which is a lot more. And I have the supplies right now that I can just spend on going there and then just spend all my energy getting fuel back. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, okay. What we're gonna do... Yeah, okay. I got this. Yeah. I'm gonna sleep for 1 more cycle. Hope I get some 5s and 6. Perfect. Double 6, we take it. Perfect. 10 fuel. Now we can come here, and we feel really good about things at this point. Yeah, we feel super good about things. I can even spend another 1 here and just get another Solheim data. Again, not sure where I can sell that, but I'm like 90% sure I can sell that somewhere at some point. And now we come here. And now on our way back, we can just jump straight there, right? Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, this is perfect. We need Eugen. Almost certainly we need Eugen. Sorry, Junie, I'm gonna leave you behind, but I'm gonna take Bliss and Eugen for this. Because this gives me a bigger range. And I know I need Eugen for Endure. At the very least, like, I need him for Endure. Junie... Yeah, you overlap with me a bit too much. I'm gonna leave you behind for this one. We'll take Bliss and Eugen. Like, if I was playing the Endure character, then I would take Junie and Bliss, right? Obviously. But in this case, I need Eugen. So yeah, we are okay with that. Let's go. Yep. Although this gives a lot more replayability as well. Those are really good dice. One of the refugee ships. The wind's long shadow is a monument now, a warning to any other vessel that might stray sunward. Pretty pile of scrap. Are we really expecting to find the remains of a plant and all that? Yeah, well... Step silk husk, that's what Aki said. Crops that she brought from her home, carried out with the refugees. If there's anything left, it'll be your job to continue its journey from the place. This is no salvage shop, Sleeper. You need to be delicate. Any more of the things you can get, the more Aki will pay. Not to be totally mercenary. Delicate, right. Okay. There's the rig. What does this need? Interface, we can do that. And Intuit, we can also do that. Right. We don't want to be dangerous there. But Intuit here is also really good. I also have a 6 here. And then there's crop processing here. Both are dangerous. Both are doable. I have no plus here. This takes a lot as well. But we have time on our side. But we do have time on our side. The storage vault can be last, I think. Yeah, I can do the storage vault last. What do I do first? I just want to focus on one first, right? I think we do this first. I think this makes the most sense to do first. +2. 4, 6, 8. That's very doable. I'm gonna drop my 3s in here, I think. On a neutral, I get +1 stress. That is not ideal. Please don't, please don't, please don't. Okay, okay, on neutral outcome, I get +2 and -1. Which means that on a negative, I'm gonna get -2, and this is gone. So I do this for the +2, and then I just... Okay, I pause here for now on this. If I get a 5, that's good, but I want a 6 ideally. Ideally, I get a Eugen 5. If I can get a 5 here, that's at least a neutral one. That means I'm guaranteed to get 2 and 1 here. So I'm gonna wait for Eugen to get a better chance there. This one... You're not super useful here, Bliss. I also don't have any pluses here, so that's a little scary. This one on a neutral would get me +1 stress. I'm almost certain of it. Same thing here. The question is, how do I want to manage this? How much is this? 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 there. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 here also. There's no plus here. I'm just gonna get stressed if I do that. The other option is I do this. Like on this side, I'm not gonna get stressed, but I am gonna lead to depressurization. Right? On a neutral one. That looks like it has to be +2. Yeah, that's +2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, so 6 here, 12 here. Which means that if I just get all neutrals, it will break. So I need one good one here, and then a bunch of neutrals is okay. Fingers crossed that I don't get negatives. Okay. We're pausing on that, for sure. The fact that I'm already at 2 stress is also not good. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, we leave this here. Yeah, I don't want to get negative. Okay, we drop this here. That's +2. I can't risk another stress. I also can't risk another negative there. And you're useless here as well. Okay, well, we have the supplies, so I think we just pause here. It feels weird to have like 3s and not be able to do anything with it. I really wish I brought Junie now instead of Eugen. Okay, we have a 6. That's good. That guarantees us a positive effect here. And that will 100% guarantee us a win on this one. Not quite. Almost. Okay, a 3 will do it, I guess. Oh, we're stressed now. Okay. Did we get it? We get 1. We have 1 now. Eugen is useless on this one. So Eugen is now completely not helpful unless he gets a 5 or a 6. We can do this here now, though. +2, that's good. The 4 and the 3 I can drop here. I'm on like heavy stress here. Oh, this is gonna be bad, because if all 3 break, I'm in big trouble. So I think we just need to finish this off first. And if I don't get that last one, I don't get that last one. And I have to be okay with that. I think I just do this on this side. Because this would give more, right? Yeah, +3, perfect. Because this one is more dangerous. Because it could lead to depressurization. So that's 2. Do I just risk the stress? I think I just risk the stress here. I think it's fine. That's +2, that's fine. You're not useful here, Eugen. I don't risk my own stress for now. I go back to the rig and I end the cycle, and I hope that only 1 breaks. Because one of them's gonna break. Yep, there it is. Triple 6s and a 6 and a 5. Oh, this is really good. Oh, we are so in business. We are so in business. Oh, the triple 6s is insane. We did it. The people who live and built this ship, those people are worth a moment of memory. You think of them as you prepare to leave and hope that they, like Aki, have been carried on to new lives beyond the desperation of escape. And those that didn't get out, you hope your passing through this place did not disturb them. I think we leave here now. Whew. Okay, we did it. Oh. That got a little bit dicey. Pun not intended. We do need to use a rare component to repair my dice there. Nice. Okay, that is good. We can spend a couple of cycles here if I want to. I can spend 6 here. I'll spend 1 here, and then I'm gonna spend 1 getting fuel. Because it's okay if I lose energy for this. Neutral, -1 energy. This is perfectly fine. I want you to look for supplies. That's more expensive. Okay, it's fine. We rest here. We rest here for sure. We end the cycle. Hopefully we get 1 extra supply and then we leave. Nice, we did get 1 extra supply, and we got a glitch, which is fine. We're just low energy, right? That's why we have a glitch. I'm just gonna eat that supply right away. That gets me +4. The glitch is fine. That doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna go ahead and use my 5 here. That's completely fine. And now I can fly out. For Spindle first. We now have these spores for we have spores for the restaurant person. Malik, was that his name? 66421. It's not bad. Nemba, sorry, Malik is someone else. Here's your spores. Here you go. You remembered us. I'm a little surprised. He looks tired. Well, happy to surprise you. Well, I'm not that surprised, but it's still a pleasant feeling. Not in great condition, though. How long have these been bouncing around in your hold? Not that long, actually. They were kind of already like that. Now that, I can believe. They didn't bother to bring them to the right station, after all. I have a place picked out in one of these bays to cultivate these, warm, damp, near air recyclers. Shouldn't take long before we have mushrooms to cook. Follow Nemba into the kitchen and remember your shifts working here. They were long, but company was good, and as with all things, the difficulties have faded with time, leaving a golden sheen behind. Much the same as before, I'm sure you noticed, but twice as oversubscribed. Each cycle, more refugees come out of the inner system. The war isn't going anywhere. They disperse across the belt, of course, but many of them don't make it much further than the overhang, especially if they can't work. It's not just food either. We need blankets, housing. Tell me, how was Greenbelt? It was pretty well run. It was organized as cooperative, all the workers sharing the trade of their goods, but no kites exchange, only resources for the colony. Well, I had to play cryo for the spores, but yes, it was close enough. Might be the kind of place to offer aid to the people here. I regret being a mercenary, but waiting for benevolent helpers doesn't work. Apart from present exceptions, of course. I can try to speak to them. Yeah, I kind of already have some of their trust. Take them as a gift. But don't begin with the spores. Begin by understanding what they need from you. Trust me. Uh-huh. Meanwhile, I have a meal prep to begin. Thank you for the spores, really. I will keep asking for help. You'll have to forgive me for that. That doesn't mean I don't understand what you are giving. Now, get out of here. Oh, nice. Minor driver sheaf. Got +1. We got pack spores. Some data. We have some husks. We can buy some stuff as well, which I want to do. Now, I'm still, winning, so don't want to do that too much. Now, fuel here is cheaper than fuel in Flotsam, so I kind of want to do this here. Supplies I can kind of deal with. How much to Flotsam? 4, right. So I think I just buy 3. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna buy 3. 1, or even just 2, because 4 is enough for me to go there and back. But do I want to come back here? I don't think I want to come back here, right? I want to go straight to that other place out there. So I think I just max myself out. And 1 extra supply. And now I spend some time making money, because I kind of need that now. That's Endear. I don't have enough for Endear. Oh, I can sell these as well. Oh no, sorry, not sell. I can do this now. I wonder what the reward is. Let me try it once. 14 cryo. That's a good amount of money, actually. That's really solid. Let me process more raw scrap now that I have 14. +7 cryo also, so... I'm gonna do it until I have 8. Yeah, one more. I have 5 processed scraps. That should be enough. And we do this again. Let's see, this 4 I can get to become 5. Nice, that's a 13. This 2 can become 3. There is a chance of a negative effect. It's fine. And I think, do we just fly out or do we rest one? I think we rest one. Rest for a cycle. See if we can get supplies. If we can get to 5. If we get to 5, then we fly over to Flotsam. And we will be maxed out on everything and be ready to deal with things. The 222s are kind of annoying. Not a big deal though. I can get 14 from here. Let's do that. And then I get 13 from up here. And now we fly out. We are completely ready and we fly out to Flotsam. And I think from here to here might take like 6, but 4 times 6 is 24. We'll have to play 24 to completely refuel, which is completely fine, I think. Let's go to Flotsam. We're getting a lot done. Those are really good dices as well, but too bad that there's nowhere to use the dice here. Yeah, there's just nowhere to use dice on Flotsam. Kinda sucks. Well, I guess there's this, I guess. Yeah, there is this. I'm gonna use all of them there. But before I do that, actually, let me use all my dice first. Actually, no, let me use all my 4s at the very least. Yeah, let me use all my 4s. I'm gonna save 1 6 and 1 4, I think. Just in case after the doctor is done, I need to do something. Just in case, right? Okay. That's a positive outcome. That's good. I like that. 8 cryo and raw scrap. Just 8 cryo. Okay. Alright, doctor. I have the ship mind. Come, let's get you inside. Such a price must have levied a heavy cost. You glance beside you to Junie, who insisted she come along, and on not letting the prime ship mind out of her sight. My friend too, yes, yes, please, come in. Junie squints at you. Are you sure you trust this one? Again, pure sleeper with like an innocent heart, fully trust this doctor. Then lead on, I guess. You both squeeze through the door and drift down into the workshop. You are aware of Junie's eyes wandering around the piles and piles of tech on either side, and you wonder if she recognizes anything among the junk. Sit, sleeper, and I'll take that ship mine if you please. Here you go. So it floats gently over to John Mee. He grasps it with both hands and takes it to his neat little work table in the back you didn't see before, where thick cables float lazily tethered to the wall. You slide into the chair, hooking your feet behind the bottom bar to hold yourself in place, and watch as John Mee begins connecting up the prime ship mine. A tremble of nervousness runs along your arms. Suddenly you feel Junie's hand claps around your own. You look over into her face. Is this okay? I want you to know that I'm here. Thanks, Junie. She nods silently. John Mee, you're gonna need to talk us through what you are about to do. Of course. A little patience, please. All of this is very technical. What is your friend's name, Sleeper? Junie, and I can tell you that you are using a Solheim-built data cradle modified to handle a prime ship mine, which will work as long as you manage the data flow through a polymer-clad overflow cable looped into the asynchronous cortex cache. Yes. John Mee eyes her, a small smile crossing his lips. As I said, technical. What will happen to me? It depends on what you are referring to as me. The problem we have is with your frame, your body, atypical alterations, biosynthetic recoding, unusual growth. From the diagrammatics I have, these are not typical of frames, even those that have been rebooted as you have. In order to investigate safely, I must transplant your emulation. In basic terms, your mind. But in reality, not so basic. Your immolation is an immolation of a human, and a human mind cannot be separated from its sensorium. The mind-body paradigm has been long disproved. Cognition has a physical basis. So I must first distribute the immolation between your hardware and the prime ship mind. The hardware will co-run the immolation, like two lobes of a brain. Uh-huh. Then, for a short period, I will disconnect the two. In those moments, you will in a sense be in two places at once, though each lobe will be partial. Too long in this state and the two partial immolations would decay. But each disconnect would allow me a short period of full access to your entire frame and its base system language. I hope this is understandable. One of the most curiously human aspects of sleeper experience is that you, too, do not inherently understand or conceive of the systems that allow your existence. I understand. Now, before I connect to your frame, let us activate the ship mind. Please, if you would like to come with me and oversee the process, I would be pleased. Okay, well, I trust Junie, so hopefully I don't get mind-wiped here. Uh-huh. A jarring disconnection, like when descending a staircase. Uh-huh. The ship mind is pristine. Our carronite extraction seems to have paid off. This is good news. Junie is indeed right, you have done well. I am, however, seeing only minor traces of the protocol that the ship mind was designed to house. The one that ran the ship it was installed in. I would expect to see it in full. But protocols are not easy to track. In the end, it only saves us the step of extracting it from the mind. Instead, I simply wipe the traces. A protocol, John Me adds, is not like an immolation, like your immolation. It has no integral physical element. It is data only, and therefore could be anywhere in that ship. In the end, its absence does not concern me. Well, I believe you. Let's get on with it then. Uh-huh. Turn to one side to allow access to the port, and... boop. The road goes dark. Where am I? Feel you travel across the gap as it forms, like a finger drawn across your scalp from ear to ear. But not scalp. You have no scalp, no head. You're stretched out like a skin of a drum, looped like a string of a noose. The smallest vibration echoes across your cell like a ripple across the puzzle. Then you feel it, a strong pulse, like heartbeat, like thunder, like footsteps. A flickering. A trembling. A thought comes into being. Not yours. Well, that's ominous. A thought flickers in front of you and you recognize that it is not your own. Well, so far we've been playing the good heroic one. Disintegrate, the thought answers. Apparition, to appear. Dwelling, indwell, the thought answers. Stretch into infinitude, then a moment after you contract like waking. Inspire, to grow inside. Substitute, substrate, the thought answers. Then it approaches, then it enters, then it is yours. You split. Then in the moment after you reform like waking, and in the cracks that seal up, for a moment in those cracks, something glows. Sleeper, I'm here. Your eyes flick open like shutters. Junie's face is closed, her eyes wide. They're awake. Easy now, take it slow. You twist, floating, turning your head as if you were underwater. Feeling the resistance of a body you've already forgotten. How long has it been? You feel a weight you haven't felt in... You're okay, Sleeper. Tell us you're there. I'm okay. They're okay. I'm glad to hear that. The process was successful. Uh-huh. I was able to access the frame directly without your emulation being present, and I ran the administrator-level diagnostic processes built into the system, and received the results. Your frame is indeed changing. The protein chains that code your biosynthetic organ group cell replacement have been altered. To put it simply, your body is following a new set of instructions. Didn't the reboot do that? Stop those protein chains from artificially decaying. Aha, but not modifying. Uh-huh. A total substitution. That word was also used by our memories. My stabilizer was laced with something. That is what I believe. This kind of process performed over many, many doses, carefully planned and designed. I cannot think of a way it can be reversed. I can say that you are changing. I can tell you how it was achieved. But I can neither stop it nor tell you its ultimate end. I am sorry. I understand. I'm sorry, Sleeper. Perhaps we can find someone else or try again. You don't feel able to respond. You quietly push yourself away from the chair, your thoughts slow to cohere. You guide back toward the door and then out into the flow of flotsam. The noise and activity passing by you like smoke. In a haze, you find that word again, substitute, and begin to wonder what exactly it is you are becoming. So Lane is trying to make us into someone else. Now the question is if it's someone that he knows, and this is like this thing where Lane is trying to resurrect someone that is dying, or if this is Lane trying to achieve immortality without dying, if that makes sense. Hi, Seraphine. Yeah, it's things happening. He listens, and when he is done listening, you both sit and wait for the moment to pass. And then you leave the rig, each on your own errands, each knowing that the only option is to keep going until you are forced to stop. Okay, well, I mean, no other reason than to just, continue doing this. Okay, I guess the only question is how long I want to spend here. Because I can spend a couple of cycles here. I have... my energy is a little low, but... I can spend one, or actually I can just go. I think we should just go, honestly. I think we should just go straight to Holmes Rock. It is a colony. Huh. I do need fuel, which, I mean, I can just buy. I'm down to just, like, spend money. I have plenty of that. Unlike in the first game where I was struggling. I also have 3 points here. No dice damage on pulse reroll. I think I wait for 4. I think I want to just get plus on engage, I guess. I don't need plus on intuit. Plus on interface would also be really nice. But maybe later. But yeah, we're almost done with a lot of these. Like, this would get me another +2. This would get me another +2. This would get me another +2. Because these are all major. So that's already +6, which would get me like 2 more of these. And maybe 1 of these. -2 stress if reroll 6 is also really, really nice. Of course, the chances of that happening is really low. So I'm kind of concerned. Like these random ones don't really matter, right? Because normally I would already use the highest ones and then just re-roll the rest. But getting both of these will be nice. Getting the -2 stress of a 6, and it cannot be a 1, which means I have a 20% chance of it being a 6. So these two complement each other really well. Either way, I think I'm going to end this episode here. Next time... Yeah, next time we will head over. I think we just head straight to Holmes Rock. And the idea here is that I want to go to Holmes Rock, and then from Holmes Rock, we might need to wait a little bit, buy some fuel, get some fuel in some way, and then we fly straight up to Wellspring. Once we're in Wellspring, we can search for Seraphine's sister. While we're at Holmes Rock, if we can buy fuel, we'll just do that. and that would be really, really good as well. And we just do Junie's thing. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I will see you all next time.